Hi, good evening, everybody. I am Shameera Prajapriya, Solution Architect Class Holding Limited. Uh, I will start with a small presentation where you guys can learn and study about what is this Azure and IoT. IoT basically at Internet of Things. Okay, I hope that you'll be able to see my presentation. Okay, in here you can see a little about me. uh, and I'm a MVP in Azure and IoT, and in the meantime, the founder of Azure IoT code, and also as a volunteering program, I am continuing to support as an ambassador to Microbit Sri Lanka user group. So Microbit also also into moving to IoT, the learning kit, where you guys can start your IoT life. Okay, hope now you can see my presentation, though it's related to technical stuff. Okay, further giving you a brief about my experience in I'm experiencing more than 10 years in industry, almost related to Microsoft related, and the industry is where I have worked like into banking and finance and retail, into production environment and industrial innovations, right? What I am doing, and the technology is the mainly I'm working with MVC application development and Azure cloud environment, as well as TFS and IoT Arduino. Those are the things, and this is about the achievements related to IoT. Since this is more into IoT program. So last year we were able to, at last, we were able to win the silver award in NBQS 2016, and we were participated to the international event, APICTA, and we were successfully able to win a merit award. And if you have any questions related to Azure or IoT, anything into development scenarios, you can get my contact details from here. My mail ID is prajapriya@live.com, and my mobile number is there, and my LinkedIn. So I would like to invite you all who are watching this live stream right now. Join with our FB group. It is Azure IoT code. So yeah, you guys can learn and ask any questions what you have related to IoT or Azure, anything. Just connect with that group, and my Twitter page is there. It's Prajapriya. Okay, so let's start our presentation. So this is a small motto where I always would like to share. It says, if you have knowledge, let others light their candles in it. So right now, what we are doing, the support of sustainable education team. So, okay. Before to start, before to introduce about IoT or anything, I would like to make a point on two things. What is this inventions? In Sinhala we call now Nipam. So you can, I hope that you can see the background image. Okay, so actually it is the person who invented the light, the bulb. Okay, it's Thomas Alva Edison. So what is this invention and innovation? So nowadays everybody into computer or IoT, anything in this world, who are mostly thinking about I need to do a invention, but wanted to clear one point that the persons who change these worlds are not inventors; those are innovators. Why say that word? Like if you can see the behind the scene, the size of it, and think about the scenario like if you guys have to use this light in this era, so what will happen? You have to have a separate space to have this kind of light. But with the innovations, nowadays you guys are using LEDs. You can see the transformation with the innovation. That is why I always trying to say that try to do some innovations. Don't be a inventor. Innovator will make a better world. Okay, the same example is like this image. What do you think? Actually, this is the first programmable computer. Okay, now I am doing this live stream with a simple laptop in front of me. Okay, okay, that is where the innovations get in place. Okay, so in my title, so I wanted to introduce what is Azure. Okay, Azure is mostly introduced by the Microsoft, and the image where right now I am displaying all the stack of Azure. You can see all the security management areas where Azure taking place, and the media and CDN integration, computer services, application platforms, developer services, data, intelligence, analytics and IoT, as well as for the strategized hybrid cloud. Actually, as an example, that when you come to Azure, it is a collection of services. For the developers, guys can use application platform to host your web application and connect with your data using SQL databases or warehouses, anything. For the open source guys, still you guys can host your application as a web app. You can use the Linux or Windows platform, anything. So altogether, this Azure is coming like this. So the and when you come to the our title, analytics and IoT. Okay, before coming to this analytics IoT, so let me go through your few slide. Okay, so digital transformation. Why we need this IoT into this world? Okay, I will take an example. So, how this digital transformation take place in this world to make a better world? Okay, think about it. There's a cycle. So, first thing is we were thinking about transform the products into digital market. Like as example, you can see, say you want to sell a product, and how you are going to sell it. Are you going to open a shop and wait for the customers, or are you going to do any digitization on it, like marketing using any platform, or can be anything? That is where we say that digital transformation come into place. As an example, I will take one innovative solution. So I am taking this example on my every session. Think about you are going to market and sell a shoe. Okay, so how you are going to do it? Okay, in the normal way, you need to have a place as a shop, and you need to have a display to display your shoes. But think about transforming your product into digital. So how you think about, you can have your own e-commerce website. You can make your Facebook. You can market your presentation. Sorry, you can market your product. As then so when we think about the optimizing operations, how you can digitize your operation. Say what is the operation existing shoe selling environment. Okay. In in a shop, what will happen is customer can come into your shop and ask select one shoe from your display, Then you ask from the sales rep, okay, I need this size from this shoe, and the sales rep go into the stores and will bring it, and the customer will check it, and finally pay the bill. But using this digitalization, say now the IoT platform come into the place. Think about this kind of solution. Okay, customer coming to your shop. There is a display. Okay, in that display, there will be shoes displayed in that where customer has interest on. Think about that. Now I am interested of a Nike shoe. Okay, wow, it is on a display, and all the sizes and colors. The customer can select the color and customer can check what are the available sizes and the designs. Everything on a display. Customer can interact with the product. Okay, then finally what will happen is customer says guy, okay, here I need this shoe. Okay, by selecting a shoe size and everything. And I will come into the innovation point later. The empower your employees with the digital transformation. Say, think about a time consuming getting back a shoe to the customer. Like the sales guy has to go to the stores and go to the rack and to find out one by one to find a shoe size. Think about when the customer selecting, okay, this size I need. At the same time, the sales guys get a message saying, okay, this size, this shoe and the size of it is available on rack number A, and you can get it from there. So we reduce the time which we used in previously. The last point is engage your customer. Okay, now let's think about the innovation. Engage your customer means how you can get more customer into your business. Okay. Previously, I said to you that to optimize your operation, you can use a display to promote your products. Think the same display is collecting information, and we are using machine AI, artificial intelligence, to collect whatever the thing customer search on browsers. Say now I am using my mobile phone to browse. Okay, I am looking at shoe. I am saying, okay, I like this. The most of the time we are searching it and we are looking it. Think if we have those information and our IoT device can communicate with customer's mobile phone. Say I'm walking in front of a shop. Suddenly I'm getting a message. There is a promotion of Nike shoe with 15% off. What do you think? Are you going into the shop and to have a look on that product, or are you going to just pass it and work your own way? No. When I have interest on that shoe, definitely I will walk into the shop and check what is the 15% off and is this my real interesting product. So this is all this IoT and digital transformation come into the place. Okay. Now thinking about IoT in 2010, what has happened is home to workplace, workplace to home. These are the things which connected to internet, like the alarm clock and refrigerator, your vehicle and phones, computer. So as an example, I will get the refrigerator. Say, I think you heard that when you are out of food on your refrigerator, it will send you messages like, okay, there's no your fridge is empty. And nowadays, with the latest innovations, now fridge is tracking what are the items you are loading into the fridge and getting out from the fridge. Based on that, you are getting shop your list. Okay, these items are not in the fridge, you have to buy them. Okay, that is kind of era now we are looking at. By the 2016, these are everything which is connected to internet. Okay, meditation add-ins and health monitoring system and pet tracking, behavior modifications, a lot. As example, now I have a phone which is tracking my steps and my oxygen level in blood and blood pressure and heart rate. Everything is on my mobile. Think about that. When the first communication was happening in the history, all right, they was thinking about to how to communicate in remotely. That was their concern. But with the innovations come into place, now we had normal cell phones and now we have smartphones. So how the innovation is taking place? Everything is trackable now in our place and what we are, how we are searching. Even though you are thinking about Google are tracking our locations and traffics, everything, every information available to others. Okay. So another thing I want to highlight, say I told you about innovative idea like tracking customer and customer interesting scenarios. So this is more related to Azure. So now our next slide is into IoT. So let me take 10 minutes and explain what is this cognitive services. So most of you have heard about this, but I will explain the service which is available. It's a fantastic service available in the cognitive services. By looking at this image, you will see there's people pausing for an image, but there are some information available, like highlighting the face and the age and the gender. Okay. What do you think about that? Can this be possible? And I think that most of the developers are right now watching this video. So think about the effort what you have to put into develop a system like this to identify the age and forecast the age and the gender. Forget about that. Think about the highlighting the face of image. In the previously 10 years ago, if you want to develop this kind of application, you have to definitely have to go with image processing. You need to get 3 images. One is black and white and the color and the alpha image of that, and you have to match it. That kind of effort you have to put in the real programming world. But with the cognitive services which is available on Azure by Microsoft, now it is a simple thing. Let me take you with that site. So if you can see my browser, you have to go into search it on Google cognitive services. You will direct to the page like this. It has a lot of features, like when it comes to categorization, vision, speech, language, knowledge, search, labs, all are related to cognitive services. Okay, let me take you with the face API. What is this face API? It's loading. Okay. Now thinking about this image. Okay. Now it's highlighting the images. Okay. Now I'm selecting another one. Okay. What is happening is, it is a service where you can connect. Basically, it's a web service. What you have to do is you have to create a free account on Azure. Azure is providing you a 1 month free account with having $200. So you can try these services. How this work is, what you have to do is through the program, you have to send the image what you have to the Vision Face API, and it will send you a JSON result with the segments and everything highlighting the image, the CSS points to this graph. And one other thing is, you can see the verification results. Okay, now this Vision API, so face verification, this is this service more into check whether sending 2 images to the service and they get the results, is it the same person or a different person. Okay, now is coming into image analyzing thing. The result is the face belong to different people. Confidence is 0.2. Okay, now think about this image. Now it's saying the 2 faces belong to the same person. Confidence level is 0.7. Okay, what do you think? Okay. So let me introduce one innovation where you can use this service. Think, when the customer visits into your shop, if you can get a snap, and match with the existing database with this image and find the perfect person matching to this image. And if the IoT device can speaks out like, hello, good evening, sir, ma'am, welcome to our shop again. And think about last time you purchased this kind of product from our shop, and these are the products you are interested at, what you are looking at today. That kind of a greeting with all the informations. What do you think? Definitely the customer will get surprised. Okay, so this is some kind of an innovation where you can collaborate with the available services and some kind of IoT device. Okay, so we will go for another example. Okay, now services matching these two, and you get the result, verification result. The two faces belong to the same person. Confidence is 0.7. So how this confidence working is 0 to 1. So more is near to the 1, it means the accuracy is more higher. More near to the 0, it means it is different, more into different papers. As if you go to the last one, it's different paper, confidence. Okay, let's move into another service. We have the emotion API. So I will explain another innovation what you can guys do with using this service. Okay, so this is the recognizing emotions. Okay, you can see now it's highlighting the person's face and there are some informations available. Let's see what are those. It says anger 0.0001, contempt, disgust, fear, happiness, neutral, sadness, surprise. Okay, see the happiness is more higher, it means 0.9. Okay, now what is happening on this service is when you submit the image, it will get the face, it will identify the face and run through AI and give you what are the emotions they can identify in this image. Okay, let's select another face. Is anger, contempt, disgust, no, fear, no, but happiness 1 is confident. Okay, now in here also happiness 0.9 and again happiness 0.9. Okay, let me select another image. Okay, what it says, anger 0.09, contempt 0.03, disgust 0.6. Okay, think about this kind of a service. What are the things you can innovate? Okay, before going into the innovation, let me take you with the result set. This is the result set you are getting as a JSON format. You will get the face rectangle to draw all the positions and the scores in the JSON: anger, contempt, disgust, fear, happiness, likewise. So think about what kind of innovation you can do. Okay, I will take my first example in my shoe shop. Think about one customer is coming to a place in a sad or anger. So you can detect his image and upload this in service and can get these emotions. Okay, anger. If it is 0.9, what you can say? If you can say, okay, hope you are in trouble, hope you are in anger. Let's have a calm music. If you can change the environment to match with their emotions, what will happen? I think you have heard that most of the emotions affect the environment. So if you can make a calm, peaceful environment for the customer, then his anger and the disgusting situation may go off, and there will be a more position to have a marketing environment to you. That kind of scenario. And another thing, another innovation I'm thinking about, if you can build an IoT device, okay, where you can take the blood pressure and the oxygen level in the blood with those two inputs, If you can detect this, now it's here available 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 to 9 expressions. Think if you can produce a lie detecting system. Say if you guys know, if a person is lying, he might be get anger, and if you have a fear, in some kind of sadness, definitely not in happiness. So with those emotions and the blood pressure, processing those all the inputs, you can say the person is lying or not. Okay, those are the innovations come into place, like IoT you can do. That's why I'm always say, don't try to do inventions, always try to do innovations by collecting all the services available right now. Okay, so there are a lot of services available here, and another thing is computer vision API and the video API, which I want to share right now. Just go through with it, and you will be able to have hands-on experience. This is another thing, computer vision API, saying gender, and this is in beta version, and for say analyzing the gender and the age of the person. Okay, these are, and the most thing is the description tags, what are coming through it. So it is analyzing this image. It say there is water and swimming, it's the sport and pool, person, man, ocean, blue, everything. What are the information they can collect through this image, giving us as description, and with the confidence level. A man swimming in a pool of water. Okay, and I will select another image. Tags: outdoor, person, portion, photo, grass. These are the things with this service can highlight on this image. So think about another innovation you guys can do. Okay, think about the meeting room. Most of the office or in the classrooms, anything, you will have a meeting room. Okay, if you guys can produce a system, develop a system where your IoT device take a picture of your meeting room and analyze it. Okay, the seating, the seats are in a position, and the room is clear, the table is clear, there's no anything on the top of the table. Likewise, if you can do that kind of development, so that's what I want to say. Now in this image, you can see in the table, food, indoor, top. Likewise, you are getting the plate, like you are getting the description. Think about you are getting a snapshot of your meeting table and sending that image to this service, and get, okay, there are food. Okay, that kind of information. Then what you can do, you can send an alert to your cleaning department, like the person who clean the rooms. Say there's a meeting, upcoming meeting in next 15 minutes, you have to go and clean the meeting room, the conference room or something. Those are the innovations, real innovations. Those are the products you can develop. So if you guys, university students right now watching this video, you guys can do amazing projects for your the final year examination, or for the competitions available in say Imagine Cup or the NBQSA, anything. Those are the things you can do. And the most another beautiful scenario is you guys can do this thing for the videos as well. Okay, this is for something stabilizing, but I will get you a video which is analyzing API. Okay, even though these Azure services have the ability to analyze a real streaming video. Say when I'm playing this video, it's highlighting, okay, there's a face and you are getting a resource like this. Okay, the image and the say female or gender and everything. So if I want to play this video, okay, think about that. If you have CCTV camera environment, so you can get that video stream to this Azure Connectivity Service. You can analyze everything in real world. These are the services which I wanted to share as continuous services. In the same meantime, it says speech and there are a lot language, knowledge, search. You can do a complete product using these services. Okay, let me go back to my presentation because now I have to go into IoT. So I think most of you have heard about Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi is a small computer where you can do a lot of innovations. Say if you're thinking about this product which I explained, for the product for the shoe shop, to do the displaying of informations and connecting, getting your customer's image, everything you can do using this Raspberry Pi. This is run on Windows IoT core. So let me go to the Raspberry Pi. I hope that you guys know, but for get the idea, the Raspberry Pi has say 40-pin extended GPIO ports. You can get external inputs, outputs, and it has Broadcom quad-core CPU and onboard Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and Microsoft SD card slot, and it has a DSI display port also, and it can be directly connected to a display using HDMI cable, and it has a CSI camera port and network for USB ports. So think about using this kind of small device. I'm saying you can do what we are explaining in previously, like to have a product display board detecting the customer, or for the meeting room to process the image and get the results and the alert. You can do everything on this Raspberry Pi. You can use open source platform or Windows. When we come to the Microsoft, you can use Windows 10 IoT core, and you have to develop application using Windows Presentation Platform WPF. And so just go into these websites and you can get some more hands-on experience. But then I wanted to introduce one another developer kit, which is introduced by Microsoft team, internal innovations team. This is a great device. I think from next month onwards, this will be available to purchase. Search Microsoft Azure Developer IoT Kit. So this has more sensors like ARM Cortex processor and my infrared emitter, codec with Microsoft and earphone sockets, and inbuilt Wi-Fi, OLED display, 2 user buttons, temperature and humidity sensors, atmospheric pressure sensors, magnetometer, and motion sensor. And the most the key thing is, all the thing is they have a security encryption chip. And why I'm promoting this device is, you guys can get hands-on experience with all the sensors using the device. And the specialty of this is, you can use this device as a basic Arduino board, because you can use okay, I got to know that there are some questions. I will try to answer them while I'm doing this. Okay, in this while I'm getting this questions list, this device you can code using the Arduino IDE, as well as you can use Arduino extension for Visual Studio. And the same coding concept, there are several libraries and the basic C. Okay, I am getting one question. Okay, and the beauty of this device is you can directly connect this device to Azure services. And say there are, I think, 4 examples right now available in the internet. Like they have done the beautiful application like since this has a motion sensor, so they have write a application. When you shake the device, it will go into Twitter and it will get a tweet on some related to hashtag, and it display on this OLED display. Okay, that kind of say you can test things you can do using this device, and it has another output ports as well, so you can connect to. Okay, so I have a question. Let's say, what is the difference between Raspberry Pi and Orange Pi? So when it comes to the Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi, say you can load a OS, and OS you can use Linux or Raspberry or anything, and you can directly connect to the Azure IoT hub using Azure IoT core. And the Raspberry Pi also, I'm thinking about the same, and the problem is. I think Orange Pi is not supporting for the Windows 10 IoT core. I'm not sure, but actually, honestly, I'm not have more information about Orange Pi. But as far as know, for the moment, there are only 2 devices which is supporting Microsoft IoT core. One is Raspberry Pi, and there's another device. I can't remember the name, but it's come with loaded the Windows 10 directories, not the IoT core. It cost about 20,000, but it's like a same thing, same size like a Raspberry Pi, but it's come up with preloaded Windows 10 OS. So think about what kind of things you can do. I think when I'm looking at the Orange Pi with the Raspberry Pi, matching the configurations and specs all are same. The same the 40 GPIO pins, everything is there, but I think when it comes to the Microsoft developer platform, I don't think that IoT is supported for that. But to get the more information, I request to post that question on Azure IoT's call. So there are a lot of people engaging with that community. So those are more into IoT. So then you can get the most good answer to your question. But for the way, that's the thing which I can answer. So I hope I try to give you a better answer. Okay, coming back to this device, Microsoft Azure IoT kit. So another thing is, say I said that to the Azure there are a lot of services available, speech recognition and everything. So you can directly use this device to check those information, like you can use this mic to speech and get answers to your already display, or you can use the speakers where you can connect the earphone socket. So think about the innovations still you can do using this IoT developer key. Say you have if you want to check about say test your coding knowledge. I'm just giving you a small case study. Say using the temperature sensor available on this IoT kit, you can get the room temperature, and if the room temperature is less than about high about say 27 degrees or something Celsius, so you can use the infrared emulator to switch on your AC. So that kind of testing scenario you can do. And another information is Microsoft is going to open the hardware sketch of this device and the libraries, all the things. Then in the near future, what you guys can do is you can develop real world application using this IoT kit, and you can using the same code and the same hardware, you can build a real world product which you can use in the production environment, because all the circuit blueprints and the libraries Microsoft is going to open once this device gets stable, because still this device is on the beta version. They are doing a lot of innovations. So there's another question like how a beginner can start out with IoT. So giving an answer from my experience, 3 years ago I also a beginner. So what I did is I searched it on Google, because I had a passion, I had enthusiasm on this searching building IoT devices. First thing is I tried with Arduino. So in my next slide I will explain you the beginner level a microchip where you can study. Say if you are interested on it will be help you to get into IoT with a more interest. And I wanted to share another information. So those who are interested in IoT, getting into IoT from the beginner level, in the near future there will be event will be publishing on like 4x4 weekend IoT weekend hack. It means it will be happen on Open University in Navala. So it is open. So we are going to share our knowledge and everything free of charge. All are free from the beginning to advanced. So we are going this. You will see in the FB if you guys can join with Azure Discord or this education link. So I invite all the people who are interested in IoT. So you will get the beginner level idea to develop a master level application. In that we are going to discuss about Arduino and the Microsoft Developer IoT Kit and Microbit and Raspberry Pi and Node MCU. So all the components we are going to discuss, and we are going to do in the last day, the fourth Saturday, we are going to do a small hackathon. I think that it will be a great experience to you. So I will continue with my presentation till I get the next question. Okay, this is the next the beginner level IoT board. The person who are interested in IoT who can work. So we call it Microbit. That's why I said I'm ambassador of this in Sri Lanka. So you can go into Microbit Slack. There's a Facebook page as well as if you can search microbit.org. You can find more information about this chip. Actually, this is a beginner level chip, but have more sensors. And if you can see, there's a LED system, 25 LEDs and 2 buttons, and this also has a processor and compass, accelerometer, and another GPIO pins available here. And the beauty of this chip is you don't want to have any coding language, knowledge about any coding language. This works like the concept of building blocks. You have a say online portal. You can go into Microbit, and there are all the coding blocks you can drag and drop. And And another beauty of this is you don't want to have a Microbit device with you. From the sites itself, you can see how this device working. So let me quickly show you that site. It's Microbit. Okay, the video is in single is available. Okay, you can go to get started. Okay, through the get started, you can see everything. There's a blog, and I just click on the application link. Okay, So okay. This is the coding environment, development environment that you get. So you can get this say make code Microbit.org. Okay. So you guys don't want to have a device, you just simply go in this site and check. So in here you can see your Microbit device, and you see it. This is a small loop, the basic. See, it has two functions like Arduino, on start and the forever loop. Say if I want to see this how this working, it's here, it will display here. If I click on this slide to be displayed, it will update on the left hand side. Okay, it's forever, this is the display. Okay, I will click on, or I'll switch off all the things. I will select English letter S. Right, you can see the output on your left hand side. If you want to have another LED display, you can simply duplicate it, or you can drag and drop here. What I do is I will connect this thing to here, and I will clear this off, and I will select another letter. Okay, you will see how in this left hand side how it will work. Okay, this is the answering for the last question, which was how the beginners can come into the IoT. I think this is the best way. Go into Microbit and check what you can do with the sensors. You have this LED, music, everything, and radio. We are going to introduce this device also in our 4x4 weekend IoT hack. Okay, there are another question: how do I reduce the cost yet make most of IT from the Azure cloud platform when developing my final year project? Okay, actually, if I have answer to this question, if I have what kind of project you are looking at, so let me give you a say overall answer. How do I reduce the cost? The thing is, everything has a cost. Actually, Azure, they have a standard pricing, but if you are thinking about a final year project, so the best thing is so I can remember the exact name. You can create multiple accounts and check. You can get $200 for the trial account, but think about you want to connect Azure IoT Hub for like using the IoT Hub to send the signals and everything. Then definitely you will have to think about the requirement, what you are going to do. If it just it is to get the information only, then I suggest going to a web service or web API. Though in this scenario, Azure IoT Hub, the specialty of it, if you want to communicate with cloud to device, it means we are normally thinking about device to cloud. The device is sending information to the cloud, as well as if there is a requirement you want to communicate with the device as well, cloud to device scenario, then that's the where you get the requirement of Azure IoT Hub. Because without having a public IP into your device, through Azure IoT Hub, you can communicate with the device. So then, to reduce the cost of what you have to use in Azure, the best thing is you have to analyze your requirement in the first place. What are the services available and what you are going to use? And in the Azure IoT Hub, the Microsoft given you several packages. Like if you guys want to use IoT Hub as well, they have given you a free service. You can connect one device and I think 8,000 data transfers, data syncs to the IoT Hub. Still, Microsoft is giving you a benefit of using the Azure with low cost, and there are a lot of packages available. And if you are going with cognitive services, say Vision API or scenarios, It has also a lot of packages. So the best thing is when you are selecting your project, and just first figure out what are the real requirements you have and what are the services available in the Azure, and you have to check about what is the load you need. Do you want to send 4,000 data per day to Azure IoT Hub? So if you want to analyze 4,000 images per day to Azure IoT Hub, so based on those requirements, the Microsoft have given you lots benefits using the packages. So if you guys really need the best, actually answers to your project wise, so just come to me on chat or through the Azure Discord. We will help you to get through with the Azure services and everything scenarios. Okay, so this is we were talking about microbit. So to those who are interested in coming to IoT, so I would say this is the best thing. It means you don't want to have programming knowledge. The person who has the programming knowledge also can code, because they support Python and JavaScript, and just simply you can do. Okay, so let me go into presentation again. Okay, so actually so that's for the day which I was planned to discuss and the microbit. So today we will talk about a lot, the basics about what is Azure and IoT scenario, how you can come into digital transformation, digitalizing your products, and I think there's another question. Okay, transforming your products, and what is the Raspberry Pi, and the Microsoft Azure Developer IoT Kit, and the microbit. So these are and the quantity services as well. So these are the things you guys can check and get the enthusiasm on the IoT world. And I wanted to share that this IoT concept has a huge impact in our world. A lot of words are the persons in developers and researchers are thinking about Internet of Things. But when I'm saying about this IoT environment, there's a good and bad of it. But as an example, I picked this point from one another speech which I listened, but I cannot remember the exact speaker who said it. But he said, in the future, there might be a chance of getting stuck on your own car, in your own car. Say there might be a chance getting locked in your own car, because nowadays the IoT more come into place in vehicles, analyzing everything and getting automated and self-driving everything. So think about the hackers. If the system get hacked by a hacker, then there might be a chance of getting locked in your own car. So my advice is use all the services for the great side. That's what you have to do in this environment, because every person have a code of conduct where you guys are going to use this everything for the better, to make a better world. So is there any questions? I am still online for another 10 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, or if you guys want to know about anything, you can ask it right now, or else you can post them on Azure Discord or in the other page, Azure Education Foundation. Uh, so we are going to wrap it out the live session. Okay. Let's see, is there any questions? Okay.